Okay. Hey, girl. Sorry, this is getting to you a little bit later than in the day than I had intended, because it's going to take some time to upload as well. But I'm hoping that it'll all be done before I leave. I'm leaving around 6:30. It's only about 20 after 2 now, so we should be good. I've been buggering around with my computer to put my music on, and my computer keeps shutting off, so I don't know. Spirit just wants me to have no music today, I think, for some reason. I've been sitting in your energy for a little bit. I did a little bit of a pre-shuffle. And in the pre-shuffle, it looked like for love that there is something going to be coming in. Maybe some sort of message, some truth. I saw the tower a couple times. There could be something that kind of brings this all together. I keep hearing the word enlightenment. Guidance. I know you're looking for some guidance today, but I'm going to get, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull an overall energy for you with the Moonology. I'm going to pull what you need to surrender as well. And then we'll dive into the love portion, and then the life path portion as well. You know, just that kind of guidance when it comes to love and the path that you're on in general. So I'm just going to roll with it with the questions. Spirit, what do we have for Sarah, please? Sarah. My computer shut off again. So yeah, Spirit wants it quiet in here today. And it may be, I'm just going to shut this off altogether. They may just want me to have a quiet mind. I'm going to unplug my computer. Sorry, doll. Just so it stops beeping. Okay. Sorry about that. It dimmed my light though, but I think you can still see just fine. Okay, Spirit. You want it nice and quiet in here today. I've been seeing orbs all morning. Trying to kind of get into your energy. Spirit is here. Yeah. Okay. Spirit, what's the overall message, please, for Sarah? What's the overall message for Sarah, please? Oh, those flew right out. Okay, so we have prosperity lies ahead. So that's great. And then we have, what do you need to release? And then the other one is, don't let your pride get in the way. And move that all together. Okay. Take time to breathe out. So take some time in, you know, meditation, solitude, time for yourself, quiet time. That's the message. My computer will not work today. And it does shut off every random, you know, but it shut off like 10 times in a row. And I can't get it to turn on for my music. And I feel like that's the overlining message, is to be quiet, to still your mind as much as you can. Maybe you have a lot going on in your head when it comes to maybe why things aren't coming in for you as quick as you'd like them to. Yeah, that's the overall message, I think, here. I'm going to pull that from the bottom of the deck. It's time to breathe, be still. Time to breathe out. You know, practicing some breathing exercises. If you're not meditating already, meditation's so good for your soul. Okay, let's see what does Sarah need to surrender, please? What does Sarah need to surrender, please? Okay. Whoa, okay. Surrendering to unhealthy relationships. So I don't have much of a backstory, but it looks like in the past there may have been some unhealthy relationships, and you know, putting your needs first. Oh yeah, I'm getting very lightheaded and okay, wow. We have some really powerful cards here. So you have surrender to unhealthy relationships, surrender to your soul's path, and surrender to prayer. So I'll read this one first. And it reads, let go of relationships that don't serve you, including unavailable or toxic people. You deserve to be treasured by others and to be surrounded by positive people. I'm getting pulled to your career here. And other people just in your surroundings, not just love relationships. Because, toxic people altogether is what I'm pulling from this card. You're a very passionate and loving person. You wear your heart on your sleeve. You're very giving. You love unconditionally. To the point, though, that it can create codependency is what I'm getting. I'm getting that in the type of career that you hold, it can be hard to release the toxic vibes that you're pulling in. Even though you're helpful and you're helping these individuals, sometimes you can still harness and hold their energy. I don't think that you're putting it back out there per se. I just think that, it's a burden on you because you do wear your heart on your sleeve. Maybe you're taking your work home with you, like maybe not literally with, pen and paper, but, just that energy. Maybe you're bringing that energy home with you. And this card here, surrendering to your path, soul, and prayer, I really feel that, looking at ways to be cleansing your energy fields, to be able to keep up this kind of journey that you're on in this kind of environment that you work in, I think it's going to be very important to be looking into your soul's path and, really surrendering to prayer, to God, to Jesus, divine, whoever that is for you. Because these types of careers are hard to keep long term because of the heavy energy. But now if you learn on a soul's path journey how to manage those energies and learning cleansing prayers, okay, to wash away those energies so that you can come to work again new, every day, and then not bring home all those energies when you're home and you're trying to rest. Because I can't imagine, it's probably a tough, for anger management, you're probably dealing with a lot of times, anger management's attached to anxieties, and anxieties cause, drug issues and toxic environments. And then the rage and the anger is obviously you're dealing with all very, very heavy energy on a daily basis. And I strongly feel that you have a purpose there in your career. You're like an angel to them, Your conversations with them flow like this stream. Like, you're very natural at what you do. But I think it's very important to be able to let go of those energies and maybe starting to go down a spiritual path that, you can clear out these energies. I think is going to be really important. I'm just looking to see what direction I should go with this read. Surrender to unhealthy relationships. Surrender to your soul's path. And surrender to prayer. Take a time out to breathe. I'm going to clarify all these. I'm just trying to see where I want to start. What do you need to release? I want to get a clarifier for this. Please, Spirit. Is it a person, a place, or a thing? I think it's releasing these toxic relationships. And I'm getting that it is just the energy. I'm going to pull one of these cards for you. No, I'm being pulled to this deck. It keeps calling me, so I'm going to use it. What is it that Sarah needs to release, please? Hostilities wants to show itself. Maybe there's something of the past. Oh, okay. So this came up in your pre-shuffle. Attachments. You may have some sort of attachments to you from past relationships. Karma. It's on the bottom of the deck again. I'm just going to give a good shuffle here. I want to see. The thinking man came out. I do feel like right now that this is attached to your work. I think you're bringing it home. Broken heart. It could be a few things, right? I feel like this thinking man is to do with this unhealthy relationship and the storyline about work. I'm sure that it also has to do with your love life, because I have broken heart here too. So I'm getting two, I'm getting two storylines for you here. I'm going to roll with both of them. And just to help to maybe bring some clarity, I hope this helps. I think this thinking man has to do with, you coming home and bringing your thoughts of the burden home with you. And then I do feel that past broken heart, it's not current, it's past. But I think that letting, you do need to release these things. I'm going to get one more clarifier for each, and then I'm going to pull some advice. What's this thinking man? Yeah, it's your job. This is clarifying this. It's your work. And sometimes I think the stress of it is making you ill. It's making you sick. I mean, I've never read that card that way before, but I feel like in the pit of your stomach, you know, it gets your stomach in knots, and you're stressed, and, you know, and stresses can make us ill, right? Okay, so what about this broken heart in her relationships and what she needs to release? What this broken heart, a little storyline to this broken heart, please. Heart chakra's in the bottom of the deck, but it's reverse. I really feel you're feeling heartbroken that your wish fulfillment hasn't come in yet. You know, this celebration hasn't come in yet for you. Fear. I'm getting fear. I'm getting that you need to release the fear that this will never happen for you. This celebration is going to come. This door to personal health and healing and happiness will come. You will see what is at the end of that rainbow. Yeah, look at this, the broken heart, and there's a tear running down, you know, the middle, the drop of the tear. It's funny, I put this under surrender to prayer. Like, it's just, I'm noticing now where I place this. Excuse me, I just want to make sure. Okay. And I just, yeah, I'm going to read this card for you now. Give yourself over completely, okay? The key word here is completely, to prayer. When you pray from your heart, you will be heard throughout the universe, and answers and support will arrive. So, Spirit's wanting me to tell you that your angels are with you at all times. They're listening to you, okay? They're hearing you. They're hearing, you know, this sadness within you, even though you appear to be very happy and put together, and, you know, you're doing good in your career. There's this part of you that feels a little lost when it comes to your love situation. And they're asking you to take some time out and to breathe and try to connect. I'm getting from this card, try to connect with them on a deeper level. So through meditation, quieting your mind, and just being still with them. And I feel that you need to release the expectation and the worry and the doubt, because when we want this celebration to come in so badly, and the more we chase it, the more we worry about it, the more we have doubts about it, the longer it is going to take to come in, because unfortunately that's just the way it works. The way the universe works and God works is that, you know, we're all energy, okay? And God is hearing your energy. So if you're feeling doubtful, you're going to get more doubt. Okay? If you're feeling positive about this, then things are going to come in a lot faster. Now, that's easier said than done. But if you're taking the time to breathe and take the time out to be with Spirit, with God, with Divine, with your angels, okay, to try to co-create what it is you want in the love department. And you can say, okay, so if you had somebody in mind, that's fine. And you can try to call that person in. But there's a funny thing about calling somebody in. I'm on the right path because my ears are ringing. But calling somebody in is like, you can have a certain person in mind, but then you have to let go of that person. Whether it's a person, place, or thing that you're trying to call in, this is just in general when you're manifesting. But when it's with love and it's attached to somebody, I did see that attachment card. So this could be somebody that you're still thinking about. Once you let go of the fact that it may not be them and your time with them may not be the right time, that's when you're going to see things start to happen. So it goes the same even if you don't have somebody in mind. You know, you're single. So Spirit wants you to make your list of, this is the way I do it. But they want you to make your list. So what I typically do is I make the list of all these years we've really learned of the things that we don't like in a partnership. So make that list, but don't just leave it, because then you're calling it in, okay? On the other side of the paper, we're going to now shift and we're going to make the list of what the opposite is of that, which is what we do want. Okay, that's easier to kind of get started, to get into this right motion and this right energy with your angels that are wanting you to pray and to manifest. They want to help you. So then you can create that list and have a better understanding of who it is you want. And then with them, through prayer, through this quiet time, you can be thinking of this person and calling them in. Now, you can't really attach this to a timeline either, because in the universe there really is no time. Us humans created it. So this is the part of the letting go. Letting go of the timeline, who it is, when it's going to come in. You can manifest the how. You know, what he looks like, what he acts like, his characteristics, all those sorts of things, okay? But we need to let go. Okay, it's like the saying, let go and let God, okay? It's the exact same thing. So a lot of people in the law of attraction are leaving spirit out. They're leaving God out. And I know for me, like when I was really big into Christianity at one time, I was having a really hard time once I left the church to kind of merge the two. I thought it was law of attraction or it was, God, Jesus, it was one or the other. But I've come to learn that it's not. I've come to learn that it is all one. So we can't be just putting it out there to the universe and then just leaving it. We need to put it out to the universe of what we want, and then we leave it up to God to bring that in for us. And that's the letting go part. Letting go of who it is that we're trying to call in. Letting go of the timeline. Because when we do that and we hand it over to Spirit, then we're going to be sure to get the right partner, because God isn't going to send us the wrong partner. That only happens when we're calling in the wrong partner, you see. And that's why we can't have a person, place, or thing attached to our oh my gosh, I can never say that word. Manifesting. Whoever it is we're manifesting, or whatever it is we're manifesting. And then that's when we get into these karmic cycles. Because we didn't leave the end decision to Spirit. We're trying to control. we need to say on the end of our manifesting, we need to say, okay, Spirit, and if it's not going to be this person, place, or thing, if it is not for everybody's higher good that is involved, please send me something or someone that is equal or even better than I can imagine. Then we're giving the power over to the universe. We're giving the power over to God, to Jesus. We're giving that up to them to bring that in. And I think that this is a huge part of what we miss in this worldly space. We're not alone. There is a higher being. Okay? And I think, practicing law of attraction is great. But I think that there's a lot of misinformation out there when it comes to this topic. And I will be having some courses on it. I'll be having some free courses as well. Just to help the world wake up to what, there is room for both. It is both. We're all one. We're all together. It's not just spirit and it's not just universe. It's not just God. It's both. But yeah, you're really thinking about this caring connection that you don't have right now. So start also making a list of the things that you do have and that you do appreciate, and start your journal list. And wake up every morning. If you don't have time in the morning, do it at night before you go to bed, and the 10 things that you were thankful for that day. It could be as simple as I could breathe the fresh air. That heart chakra came again, it was on the bottom of the deck. And then also the woman holding a heart. Okay, so you're very in your thoughts about the relationship coming forth. Okay, I'm going to get some advice on that. I'm just trying to decide what deck to use. What can Sarah be doing, please? I'm going to use the same deck. What can Sarah do, please, Spirit? I was going to say to call in her man. Here he is. He showed up. Your man's there. And your third eye is on the bottom. Opening up your awareness to Spirit, okay? What can she do? There's some worry about some finances too. And maybe this just belongs over here. But what can Sarah do, Spirit, please, to call in this partner? Any other advice that you didn't already channel through me today, please? What? Oh my gosh. Okay. So I just said the third chakra. I feel that you're very intuitive. And I got that from your energy already. So starting to really concentrate on opening this third eye through your spiritual path. Okay? And I strongly feel that your spiritual path is really what's going to help call in this person. Because I feel that this person that is meant for you is meant for Sarah and Sarah only. This person, whoever he is, his third eye is opened, or it is opening. I strongly feel that. I feel that you're strongly connected to this person. You may or may not know this person. But it's having the strength to do this, okay? And now this card's speaking to me. Don't let your pride get in your way. This is alluding me to any kind of indifferences that you may have with the church, okay? This attachment that you have to the church as well. The attachment card come out now. And letting go of the attachment of it's never going to come in, or attachment to past heartaches. You need to cut those cords, okay? And you can literally learn to cut cords. You can learn how to cut those cords that have been holding you on, hanging on to you for even lifetimes. If you don't believe in lifetimes, then believe in the cords that have been attached to you in these ongoing cycles since you were born here on this earth. But I'm strongly feeling that you need the strength to be able to cut these cords and believe that they exist. You know, and don't let your pride get in the way of moving through this journey that I feel that you're being called to a journey. And it may mean leaving people, places, or things behind. Playing off your energy that I was tapping into the other night, you're very gifted. You're here for a reason. And I feel that it's more than just this, you know, what you're already doing, because you're already making a big difference. Right? You definitely are. You're already making a big difference. However, I feel that it's more than that. It's more in depth. This is to do about your Christianity. This is to do about, you know, your soul's path. This is to do about the journey. This is about awakening. And I feel that I feel strongly that it's all attached. This love coming in is attached to your journey. You may have found yourself in these, you know, unfulfilled relationships because it's not the right person for you. That right person, that right man is going to come in once you come into your own self fully. You come into your own knowing fully. We're always evolving. Always. As humans, we're always evolving. But being awakened and starting down that path. And once you start down that path, you're going to start seeing these synchronicities, serendipities. Things are just going to start happening that are good and loving and make you feel so good. And then you're going to see your angels starting to talk to you. And I just want to bring this back to you for a second to the church.